Disclaimer, I am not a professional health trainer or a doctor, though I'd love if someone would cast me as one on TV. I'm Des Paul, and this is Selfism, where I preach a lot and practice sometimes. Weight loss is hard. Sometimes even the depressing thought of dieting is enough to drive someone out of a healthy regimen and back to the donut shop. So for this episode, I put together 4 simple changes that won't make you cry into the ice cream that you definitely feel like eating. These tips won't require any weird grocery store trips or entice any funny looks from your friends and fam, like the time you tried the cottage cheese and ice cubes diet. I've been in weird, desperate places in my life. My first easy tip is to eat a protein-filled breakfast. It's not a tragedy for me to replace my sugar-filled cereal. Yes, even Special K has junk in it, for a hearty bacon and egg breakfast. Every time I remember to stick to this regimen, I start to notice immediate tummy debloating. That's a scientific term, by the way. Why does it work, you ask? A breakfast high in protein and low in bad carbs and sugar jumpstarts your body's fat burning. Protein will feed in muscle and make you feel fuller for longer, unlike breads and cereals, which are much easier and faster for your body to digest. Wouldn't it be nice to not have to run to the snack machine an hour after you get to work? Is that just me? My number 2 tip is try a lettuce wrap sandwich. So I think I was late on the uptake of this thing where you take the same roast beef, mayo, cheese, and tomato, and instead of sandwiching it between 2 bulky pieces of bread, you wrap a big ol' lettuce leaf around it. Maybe it's not the ideal switch for everyone, but it sounded like a good idea to me when I found out that they would make one for you at a place I'm addicted to, Jimmy John's. So there's a Jimmy John's right outside my building. So when I'd be running to an audition or a rehearsal right after work, I'd grab one of these speedy, delicious Sammys. Then I found out about their lettuce wraps and thought, the roast beef and the mayo are really the stars of the sandwich anyways, so how different would it be? Turned out that it was still a pretty awesome sandwich, especially given that it was no longer a sandwich. Number 3 is take the sugar out of your coffee. This change wasn't hard for me. If you like your coffee sweet, ask the Starbucks girl to leave the sugar out and add in Truvia, which is a low-cal sweetener made from the stevia plant as a natural supplement. Can't find Truvia in the sugar holders? Carry it around in your purse. Not kidding. This is serious, we're dieting. Number 4, have large meals. And to clarify, my script says have with an L, not have large meals. What kind of tip is that? They could fire me for shit like that if I wasn't running this whole show. Anyways, if you are intent on ordering a meal you know you're going to regret later, but don't care because it smells really good and you think you deserve it, cut it in half and have the rest later. I'm talking about big office lunches, family meals, or restaurant dinners. That delicious pasta da Vinci from the Cheesecake Factory that is so good that you've never actually tried anything else from there. Just don't swallow it in one sitting. It might be easier to know that modern American restaurant meals are 2 to 3 times larger than those in other countries or from 30 years ago. Even Americanized Chinese or Mexican menus have increased their portion size in order to suffice for our unnaturally large diets. There literally were very few obese people in the turn of the century. 1900s, not this one. If you were a dude over 300 pounds, you were put in a circus freak show. That's how rare it was and how weird. And think of it this way. If you cut your meal in half, you get to eat a good thing twice. There are my tips. If you have any special tips on how to make your life easily more healthy, please down in the comments put down any easy diet changes that have helped you along the way of losing weight. Now excuse me while I go eat half of the ice cream carton. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I wish I was. See ya!